What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the content, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share around with anybody that you think will like the content of the video. You guys know what to do. You guys have been doing a great job lately. I really appreciate all the support. So we are ever so closely to getting up to that 250 subscriber. And like I said before, I am doing a giveaway of 250 subscribers. So please keep going, keep spreading the word and stuff like that so we can get up there. So really do appreciate it. I can't wait to give away more stuff and then give away more stuff after that. So yeah, we're just going to keep going on this giveaway train. So yeah, thank you so much. But today's video is going to be about a very unique figure that you don't see around very often, or you don't see a lot of people actually have it or even post about it, because I would say it is probably the rarest X Plus figure out there right now. I really do think that this is one of the hardest ones to find. It has never been reissued. It's only been issued one time, and that is it. It's never come out again. So it's very limited in the amount that are out there. And I think it's just for the real hardcore fans, for maybe kaiju fans, or maybe you're just a fan of the film itself, that actually really got this one. And yeah, it's not even the film is, I don't think, too well known. I think, like I said before, if you're a real hardcore kaiju fan, you probably know about it, heard about it, seen it, own it, whatever. But yeah, it's one that doesn't get talked about a lot, just because it's not made, by the big name producing companies and stuff like that, or it just doesn't have the recognition like Godzilla or Gamera and or Ultraman. It's one of the smaller kaiju films, but I absolutely love it. It's just special in its own way, and I dig it. I really do. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. All right. Just landed. So yeah, I don't know if a lot of you guys know what this is, or who this is, or what this is. But this is a figure from the film Gappa, and this is Gappa himself. Um, this film was released in 1967. It was made by Nikatsu Corporation. That's who released and made this film. They were actually going to release, I think, 5 different kaiju film, but this was the only one that actually got made. I'm assuming the company just didn't survive, and just kind of went under and stuff like that. But they were lucky enough to get this film out and everything like that. And like I said before, with my opening statement, like this film, I don't know what it is about it. It's so Showa. It really is, because it's got that just wacky, unique, Showa spirit to it, I guess you could say. It's great. Like it's got all the miniatures, it's got all the wires that you can see, and just everything that if you're a big Showa fan and you love all the old kaiju movies, this is definitely right up your alley. It really is. And like I said, it's so unique because it's got such a different monster into it, especially the look of them. It's crazy. And it's not just one monster, it's 3 monsters. It's actual a family. And that we haven't seen before, which is really cool. Obviously we didn't see that until, Minya came around for Godzilla, which kind of made him, a family and stuff like that. But actually having a mama and a daddy and the baby, like that's great. And I love that. I really do. It just makes it such a more special film, realistically. So, but yeah, this is the X Plus 25 centimeter large monster series Gappa, and I believe this is just the standard. Um, I believe there was 2 releases of this, like the Rick and the standard, or I could be wrong and it could have been just a Rick. But I had got this from a fellow collector, Jim Jenkins. and I've actually been looking for this figure for quite a few years actually. And it, like I said, it is hard to find. It really is. Like I said, it's people just don't have it, or no one's giving it up, you know. And it's so unique. So luckily he, for me, luckily he was selling it and I snatched it up in an instant because, like I said, I've been searching for this thing forever. So I grabbed it. Unfortunately, he didn't have the box or anything like that, or the extra accessories to it. So the Rick exclusive, which had the open wings, these are the closed wings, and then they had the option for a closed mouth. So the beak would close. So it actually had two mouths, so you could, open and close and stuff like that. So, and I think that's it. So yeah, so those were the Rick options. Unfortunately, like I said, he didn't have any of those, but I was just happy just to get the figure because it's so hard to find this guy, and it's great. I absolutely love him. He's so cool looking. Um, but yeah, we'll get a closer look for you guys. But yeah, look at him. He's so cool looking. He resembles like a reptile, or like an eagle or a hawk or something like that. Or even another reference could be that he kind of resembles a griffin, and stuff like that. So it's so crazy, and he's got kind of that reptile mixed with bird, where he's got the scales and everything, but he still has wings, and he does have like feathers and stuff like that, up towards the head and whatever. And of course, he's got the beak, and stuff, and just a unique kaiju overall. So yeah, I really dig it. It's like I said, it's such a weird movie overall, and it's funny because the only way that I ever saw this film being released was always paired with another film. I think it's just because it didn't have the recognition or the backing, or just the popularity to get its own release. I know that this film, when it did come to the U.S., it was released directly to television in '68, so a year after it actually came out in Japan. So yeah, I just didn't think it had the backing to really get its own release. So I'd seen this thing plastered with other movies, and I was like, what is that, And I actually, the first time I think I ever saw this was it was grouped with a Gamera film, and so I bought it, and I was like, oh, okay, there's another movie on, this Gamera DVD or something like that, and I watched it, and I loved it. I really did. It was, like I said, it was so great, and like I said, it definitely has the Showa love, with everything, and it was great. It really was. So yeah, and the Japanese title for this was called Gappa, the Triphibian Monster. And so then when it was released over here, of course, the US always changes the title for the most part. Over here, they changed it to Monster from a Prehistoric Planet. So if you ever hears of that kind of title around here, that's actually this movie is actually Gappa. And I obviously would prefer the Japanese title as Gappa, but it is what it is. And actually, recently in 2020, they actually finally released this film on Blu-ray, by itself with the original title and everything like that. And I bought it. I snatched it up right away, actually, and I'm glad that I did because the upscale for the film for Blu-ray, made it so much better because it was, it did have the Showa-esque um, quality, and stuff like that. But with Blu-ray and the technology, they were able to make it just look so cool. So I was really happy for that. So X Plus release. This figure was released in 2009. So like I said, it's really hard to find. And like I said, it hasn't been re-released at all. Since initially coming out. So you're talking about 13 years, of no, reissue. So that's pretty crazy. So like I said, I think this is the hardest one to find out of any X Plus, there is. So I'm really thankful to have it and have the opportunity to purchase it. And like I said, I'm just a fan of it too. So it's just great, and I love that kind of stuff. There's other X Plus non Godzilla Kaiju, that I want to get in my collection. Daimajin is one of them that I want to get, and just anything that is has an X Plus figure for it that isn't Godzilla. I want it. I want to collect those obscure kaiju and creatures and stuff like that to have their own little section in my collection. So that's kind of what my goal is and stuff like that. And I hope maybe one day that they'll reissue this one, but in a 30 centimeter. I don't think they will, just because I don't think that it's popular enough to get the sales, which sucks. But like that just makes this one so much sweeter to have in general. So it really does. But yeah, it's give you a good look of the back of it and everything. So, but yeah, like I said, so if you haven't seen this film, it is basically about a group of magazine photographers going to an island, checking out an island and stuff like that, figuring out there is a old legend on the island about Gappa and stuff like that, and they warn them, to stay away and stuff like that. They discover the egg, and it actually hatches, and then the little baby Gappa comes out. They actually capture this baby Gappa and bring it back because they want to use it to promote their magazine and stuff like that to make money, like all bad people want to do. That's the MO for companies back in the day. They just wanted to make money, which is still normal for today. But yeah, so they're going to use that to make money for them. Then the parents come back and they realize that the baby's gone, and basically just kind of go searching for him. And then they make their way to Japan, and they just start going on a rampage and destroying everything and stuff. And I love it because in this film it has a lot of miniature cities and stuff like that, and I love that. I love anything that in the Showa era with the miniatures and stuff like that, with the destroying of the cities and everything. Like I said, very Showa-esque, and just it's got that love, that I just love about Showa. It's great. And so yeah, they go searching for throughout Japan and Tokyo and stuff like that, and so they go searching for their baby and stuff like that, and obviously raise a ruckus and stuff like that. And it's cool because they actually have powers. They can fly, they can swim really fast underwater, and then they have like an atomic breath, which is really cool. So that it kind of makes it interesting for them, that they kind of have the Godzilla ability, and stuff, to kind of make him probably more attractive, to people. So yeah, so then some of the good guys finally are able to help the little baby get to an airport, and they kind of broadcast his cries across, the airways and stuff like that. And I guess the parents hear it, and they make their way to the airport and save their baby and stuff like that. And it's heartwarming and stuff because the parents were looking for the baby and finally found him, and they're all happy and stuff like that. And you can see the emotion because even like the mom like starts crying and stuff like that, and like the dad just kind of gives them a little hug and whatnot, and that and then actually teaches them kind of how to fly at the very end, which is really cool. So but yeah, all the Gappas are a little different. You can tell which is the male, which is the female. This is actually the male Gappa. You can see with the crest on his head. He's got a more, a bigger crest than the female is a smaller crest. And then the baby obviously is small and then doesn't really have much of a crest. It's kind of like a little nub on his head and stuff like that. So, But yeah, and then the male has a deeper roar and stuff like that, you know, more menacing, you know, than the female, but the female still has, you know, a decent roar and stuff. But you could just see really tell that this is the male because of, you know, his presence and everything like that. So but yeah, like I said, it's just great. The film is amazing. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest it. It's just a fun, you know, kind of family film, you know, that actually shows emotion for a kaiju creature that really doesn't get showed a lot. You know, they're always supposed to be the menace and the bad guy, and people have to stop them because they're destroying everything and, you know, whatever. But this isn't that. They're destroying because they're literally looking for their baby that was kidnapped, and they just literally want to take it home, and that's what they do. They find it and they literally go home. They don't go rampaging anymore. They just go home. So it's a fun family film. It really is. Like I said, highly suggested. You know, probably doesn't get a lot of love and stuff like that, but it's just its own little unique film, and it's fun. It really is. So check it out for sure. Much to compare him to and stuff like that, just because he is his only um, you know, monster in the film. It's just them, and it's just kind of the family kind of trying to reunite with the baby and everything. So not much to compare to any other, you know, kaiju and stuff. We'll get one last look on this figure, and yeah. But yeah, the sculpt is fantastic, even though it's, you know, so old and stuff like that. The detail on this thing is so well done. So it's, like I said, I am so happy to have this thing in my collection. So, but yeah, kind of see the feet and everything. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Keep it going. You know, we're really so close to getting that 250 subscribers. You know, we can do the giveaway. So, yeah, really appreciate it. And let's keep her going. One thing before I go, next weekend is All Monsters Attack in Indianapolis, presented by Days of the Dead. I will be attending. So if anybody that watches this channel and it's a fan, you know, if you haven't met me before, please, if you see me, come up to me, say hi, you know, and everything. I will still be giving away stickers and stuff like that I did for G Fest. I still have some. Yep, I'll be still giving away my stickers and stuff like that, my holographic stickers. So, you know, just come say hi, you know, introduce yourself. You know, I love to meet anybody that, you know, is a fan of the channel and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you are going, you know, hopefully you have fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited for this convention. Just the guest list alone is just absolutely nuts. So a lot of autographs that I'm going for. I'm not even looking to really buy anything. It's mostly just meeting the actors and stuff like that. So really cannot wait. So if you are there, hope you have fun and hopefully see you there. Till next time. Later.
島か空飛ぶ岩か宇宙の神秘怪獣ガッパ南の海の波間深く幾万年という一度来れば天地も裂ける嵐のようなその叫び声宇宙の神秘怪獣ガッパガッパ